Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. My name's Gray if you're new here, and if you're a regular, hi, welcome back. Yeah, so I just thought I'd give you guys a quick update. This week has been my second week back at work. A full week, it's definitely been an adjustment. I'm absolutely knackered. Definitely learning a lot. The training is very intense, at least kind of at the moment, and I'll be training for quite a while still because it's quite an intense job. Yeah, but today I actually finished the first 15 lives of Harry August by Claire, is it North? Yep, Claire North. And I was hoping to finish this a few days ago, but I honestly have to come home and kind of crashed out. But yeah, I was able to finish it today. I've started reading on the bus as well, so that's given me at least another 30 minutes-ish, depending, to read. Definitely recommend this book for anyone that's into conspiracy theories, maybe time travel. It does kind of have an end of the world, who's gonna survive feel to it. I wouldn't go as far to say it's dystopian. You know, it's nothing like Hunger Games or Divergent, you know, where the world is completely changed, but it does have kind of an end of the world theme to it that they're trying to prevent. So yeah, let me just, I want to read the blurb for you as well. So this is, some stories cannot be told in just one lifetime. No matter what he does or his decisions he makes, every time Harry August dies, he always returns to where he began, a child with all the knowledge of a life lived a dozen times before. Nothing ever changed until now. As Harry nears the end of his 11th life, a little girl appears at his bedside. "I nearly missed you, Dr. August," she says. "I need to send a message." And it kind of then goes into the story of what happens, how he got there, and he touches on pretty much every life that he's had, and it's how you go through the process of being born again, and the people you meet and the lives you can have, and how even amongst that you find people who are similar to you and whatnot. And then kind of it's quite fast, so there's a lot of information dump throughout, but it's quite well paced. So I do find that the first and last half are really easy to read, very like quick page turners, and then halfway you kind of hit a bit of a stalemate and you're just like, what is this? Why? And it's one of those books where I read it a year ago, probably a year or two ago at least, and I got to the point of reading this and I'm like, did I actually read this? Because I have no idea. I don't remember this. I could have sworn this was a little bit more boring than I originally thought. So I'm actually really glad that I'm doing this TBR kind of pick, because it led me to this book again. It's definitely one of my favourites. Definitely looking to like read more by Claire North. I don't know if she does have anything else, but that's definitely an interest of mine. Yeah, it's quite a good book, and if you are looking for kind of a fantasy book that's, I don't know, I just say like it is one of the more unique books that I've read. I don't know if that's just because I'm not used to other genres, but it's definitely a good go. Maybe if you read Hunger Games or Divergent as a teenager or in your like early 20s, this might be a book that you'd enjoy. I don't know if maybe that's something that would evolve with age, and if this would be a little bit more, I wouldn't even say advanced, honestly. I would class it has dystopian kind of feels to it. That's all I can really say. But no, I highly recommend. Probably say it's a 4. If it weren't for the middle dragging out, it probably would be a 5-star. Can't wait to put it on my tracker, which I actually need to update. I haven't done that for a while, but I'll do that at the end of the month. I might as well do all the books I read this month in one big go. We'll see if I actually do it. If not, we'll figure it out. Yeah, so the next book is going to be from inside here. Yeah, so I'm now going to read Little Women. Here's the cover I've got. It's of scissors. So if I read this as well, I think this would probably be classed as my red book out of my rainbow challenge. I might put this one that I've just finished reading as my blue, but I'm not too sure. It's a bit dark. Kind of hoping for a lighter blue. I don't actually... I have a few books on here that do have a blue theme. Like this is A Woman in Blue. One of the Terry Pratchett books, it's patterned with blue. That's got a little blue, but only on the bottom. Oh, what's that behind me? I'd say 2 of my Bridgerton books are blue and Harry Potter is blue. Prisoner of Azkaban. So maybe I'll get lucky with those. I think maybe Frankenstein is also blue. So yeah, I have a few options, but also I can just go and buy other books. And also while I'm here, I thought I'd just quickly show you 2 books that I actually bought last week before starting work. So normally I would do a quick book haul with you guys at the end of the month, kind of before or after the what I read in the month. But I've decided not to do that just because these will be the only 2 books that I buy this month. Oh, and they're actually both blue. Look at that. Wow, and this one's very blue. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I mentioned in the last video, I know I cut some bits out towards the end because I just stared into space and made random comments for a little while. I was absolutely dead. But yeah, so I bought 2 books from a local bookshop. They did have a deal on where it was buy 3 for €10. But there wasn't a third one that I actually wanted. I did look through quite a few of them. I nearly went for a thriller, yeah, a thriller mystery was the vibes I got from it. I think one of the reviews, like where it's on the page, said it was just like the book version, no, it was a retelling of Black Swan, and that honestly put me off. So maybe I'll go back and find it again, but I got 2 books and they were still they were €5 each, so I still got it for 10. I just didn't get a third book, which would have been free, but I don't know. I want to be a bit more intentional about the books I grab. I don't want to just grab books for the sake of it. So the first book that I have here is Forever Friends by Sarah Mackenzie. I don't know why I struggled on that. Yeah, it's basically 2 mums from 2 different walks of life come together after their youngest child have left the nest, have gone to college, and they're trying to find kind of who they are without being a mother, without having to do school activities and whatnot. And how they bond and become friends. I don't know, while exploring different genres, I'm just kind of going by books as they feel. I am kind of interested in reading it. I'm happy it's not a romance. I mean, if it turns out to be a romance, that's going to be a surprise. But yeah, they're just kind of looking for something to do, and they end up kind of hatching a plan to create their own company. I think they open a bakery. I don't know, at the time it just sounded really nice and maybe inspirational. Who knows? Yeah, and then the other book is Sweet Sorrow by David Nichols. I think that's how it's said. And this does sound like a love story compared to the last one that was like a friendship. So, which again, I could be wrong about. Yeah, so this one is about a woman who's about to get married. I believe her name is Charlie? No? Okay, so I've just had a quick read of the blurb again, and it does sound like a romance. Charlie, who's actually a guy, got that wrong, is about to get married, and he wants to come to terms with one of his first loves and something about his father. And so he looks at one of the summers in his past when he was 16 and kind of processing. So the way they summarize it at the bottom is Sweet Sorrow's is Sweet Sorrow is a tragic comedy about the rocky path to adulthood and the confusion of family life, a celebration of reviving the power of friendship and that brief searing explosion of first love that can only be looked at directly after it has burned out. So it does sound like first love. There's also something about joining a company and someone called Fran. Does not say pronouns, so I actually don't know if that's their love interest and they're 16, a friend, or even that's the father's name. They do mention that there's a Romeo and Juliet in here about how their romance, I think it's saying that their romance was a bit like a Romeo and Juliet play, so definitely interested. Don't think this is going to be one of the ones I'm going to jump on. Maybe when I'm not as tired, because that's like, this is a lot of blurb. It's a lot, but yeah, those are the books that I've got. Really looking forward to kind of jumping into Little Women, as I mentioned earlier, and yeah, I don't know if this video is going to come out by itself or if I'm just going to hold off and add it to another one. With just kind of work at the moment, I want to make sure that I'm putting out good content for you guys, and I don't want to just throw stuff out for the sake of it. So yeah, I'll go away, edit this, and it may be attached to something else. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for letting me ramble to you. I guess we'll catch up next time, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. You can put a notification on if you really want, and I try to post every week on a Monday at least, minimum. Sometimes I even get 2 out, which would be a Friday. And if you could like and leave a comment, let me know what you've read this month, how things are going, any books that you think that I might like. You can pretty much see the entire collection behind me. It kind of stops at this level anyway because the bottom's empty, so trust me, I'm open for recommendations. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.